and gentlemen, welcome into the Colin Reich Show. We've got a bit of a different setup. You'll realize that the way it looks is probably better, the way it sounds is probably better, the audio is more full. I have a new microphone, I have a new camera setup. It's a lot more up to date. The microphone is on my shirt and all that fun stuff. So we're doing some great things here. New looks coming for everything. There's going to be some great stuff on this channel. I have the ability to like go out and do vlogs now. I am looking for somebody to help film occasionally from time to time. So if you know anybody or if you are interested, hit me up. Put some in the comments or my Instagram or really anywhere you can reach me. Let me know. I would greatly appreciate that. Before we get started, if you would subscribe to the channel, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right. So, guys, there's a lot going on right now. A lot going on in the world, a lot going on in everybody's lives personally, and I think that it's important that we come together. That instead of dividing based upon where we stand on certain issues, we need to come together. Like, this is more than people realize a time of need, a time of crisis. People, let's just go issue by issue, right? Things that are going on in the world. You have whatever the presidential election is, okay, whatever that is. And there are people on both sides. I get it, I understand it. People who like Biden or whoever the Democratic candidate's going to be, basically people that are against Trump or people that are fully for Trump. I get it, I understand it. Don't let that divide you in your day-to-day life, because there's tons of other stuff going on that when shit hits the fan, we need to be together, because we can accomplish things. If shit hits the fan, it's not going to matter who's president. And you might be like, Colin, well, what does that mean? Because say, and this is another issue, say the grid goes down. Say we can't communicate with anybody. Say there's some sort of cyber attack or whatever they want to call it. What's going to happen when we do that? The president's not going to be involved in that. The president's not going to have any way to reach us. We're going to have to communicate with the people in our community, with the people in our homes. And if we can't do that in our day-to-day life, how the hell are we supposed to do it when there's a crisis? So a lot of people are talking about the grid might go down. We might not be able to communicate for a day, 2 days, a week, who knows how long. People are saying the solar eclipse might be, linked to it because NASA's sending a bunch of spaceships up to, God knows where during a solar eclipse. And that's absolutely insane to me. But because I would think that the last thing you would want to do during a solar eclipse is send shit up into space. But what the hell do I know? And then you have CERN, and CERN is firing up their Hadron Collider, which basically takes particles from the universe and smashes them together at very high speeds. For research purposes, of course. That is what they're calling it. So it's just a little crazy right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's the border crisis, and there's inflation, and there's wars in Ukraine and Israel, and there's all this stuff going on. And everybody seems to be on different sides. Everybody has different opinions, and I get it. And it's tough. It's tough because you have these conversations sometimes with people you love, sometimes with people you don't even know that well, and you're just arguing. Let's stop that for a second. Let's stop the arguing. Let's have a conversation that doesn't get heated. Let's have a conversation where we can sit here and where we can talk and where we can say, this is what I believe, this is what you believe. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because I myself was somebody that, once found myself here, once found myself there. And, oh, you can agree with that or you can okay, fine. Fine. But see where people stand and don't judge them upon that. Try and come to a happy medium. Because these might be the people that you need in a time of crisis. These might be the people you need when shit hits the fan. But if you can have a conversation with them about, a war in Ukraine that's how many thousands of miles away from where you are and the life that you enjoy having, right? If you can't have a conversation with them about that, How the hell are you supposed to, in a time of crisis, in a time where it's life or death, how are you supposed to have a conversation with them about what we do to get things done? Because if you can't have a civil conversation about shit that's happening thousands of miles away that doesn't immediately impact your life, then again, how are you supposed to interact in a time where it's life or death and where your life might depend on that person? So when we have conversations, if we're starting to get heated, let's say, what can we do better? Let's say, okay, let's take a step back. That's all right. That's all right. Because now I know where you stand and you know where I stand. But the important thing is to come together. The important thing, aside from all the arguing, is we need each other. We need to be prepared for if something happens. Because everybody thinks nothing could happen until something happens. Everybody thought, oh, we're safe, and then 9/11 happened. Everybody thought, oh, we're safe, and then COVID happened. Everybody thought, oh, we're safe, and now all this other shit's happening. And everybody's freaking out and everything. Stop freaking out. Stop freaking out for a second. Yeah, shit's going crazy. Shit's been going crazy for how many, thousands of years. Societies rise, societies fall. That's how it happens. Countries rise, countries fall. Forget all that for a second. You need to be prepared for if something does happen, for your sake and for the sake of the people you love. So what I would suggest to people is prepare yourself. Start stocking up on food. Start doing stuff like that. Because if the grid goes down, you are going to need these things. There are some things that I can't say, that you should get to arm yourself, to prepare yourself for if something does happen. Get a survival kit, get a water filtration system. Have the ability to get a fire, to start a fire. Get yourself gas. Get yourself a generator. Arm yourself. However you take that to mean. I don't want this video knocked, so however you take arm yourself to mean, but we have to be ready because we don't know what's happening. Everybody thinks that nothing's going to happen until it actually happens. So we have to be ready. We have to prepare ourselves. And I'm not an apocalyptic mindset guy. I'm not a dystopian guy, but I see that there's a lot of horrible stuff going on in the world and we don't know where it's going. And they've been talking about cyber attacks for months. And the Key Bridge just went down, a week ago, and there are thoughts of cyber attack and there are thoughts of, this and that. And who knows? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I wasn't on that ship. But there have been talks of cyber attacks for months in the news. Everybody's talking about cyber attacks. It makes you think when everybody's talking about one thing, that thing might eventually happen. We have to be prepared. We have to be ready, but we have to stay together. That is the main point of this entire video, is to stay together. Whatever you do, hold the people that you love most close to you. Hold the people that in a time of crisis that you need, hold those people near and dear to you and cherish every single moment that you have with them. Those are the most important people to you, and you all were placed in each other's lives for a reason. Whether you believe that's God, whether you believe that's the universe, whatever you believe, you have the people around you that you have around you for a very specific reason, and you're going to need those people at some point. Again, I'm not some dystopian guy. I'm not some, fearmonger. I'm not trying to, spew negativity here, but I'm very serious in saying that we have to be ready in case anything happens. We should always be ready in case anything happens. But I think we can all agree that with all the shit that's going on, at any moment, anything can happen, and we have to be ready for that. So hold each other close. Just be together. Be together and do that. All right? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We'll have a lot more stuff coming soon. I'm very excited for this, for everything that's going on here. If you would please subscribe, if you would please leave a comment, tell me if you enjoyed it, tell me if you have any suggestions for future videos. Go check out the podcast, go check out you know, all the social media and stuff. I'll put that stuff in the link, and I'll see you guys later. And this is usually the part where I throw something at the camera, and I was gonna throw a football at the camera, but I don't think it's a very good idea because now I'm not using a $70 webcam. So probably not a great idea to throw this at my expensive camera. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.